Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I went for my very first bike ride this morning in almost 7 weeks. I'm still a little bit sore doing like more aggressive movements like berms and bunny hops, but it's feeling really good. I'm gonna be riding really soon. And in this video, I wanna show you how to ride step ups. This is lesson 4.5 of my online course at mtbcourse.com. If you thought this was rad and you want more, you can get the entire online package for 50 bucks off using my code MarkyMath50. Okay, let's check out the lesson. I'm stoked to get into step-up jumps and teach you how to ride them. The reason for that being is step-ups are one of my favorite types of jumps out there. You can go really fast, you can get a lot of airtime, yet they're low consequence and very predictable. If you take a look at this jump right here as an example, what would make this low consequence? Well, your landing is about 1 meter higher than your takeoff, so you're going uphill the whole time in the air, which is why it's called a step-up. You can see your landing, it's not blind like a step down, everything's really predictable and visual. It's really easy to gauge your speed and judge how fast to go compared to blind gaps and takeoffs of that nature. So that's really great. And there's really not a lot more you need to do other than the usual jumping skills that I've already covered in this program. However, I'm gonna show you a few tips you can learn, and we'll go over a few little things here and there that will really help you commit to step-up jumps and ride them properly and safely. Let's jump right into it. The first thing you need to know when you ride step-ups is you need a lot of speed, a lot more than a regular straight jump or a step down. When you approach the jump, 100% commit to the speed you're coming in at and go a little faster than you think you should. Any slight bit of hesitation is gonna go really wrong for you. If not a crash, you will at least get a little sketchy in the air and it won't feel good. The more aggressive and the more you attack the takeoff and come into it aggressively and confidently, the better it will go. Even if you're going too fast and land a little bit deep on the jump, going in fast to it, staying really aggressive will always give you the best results. Step-up jumps generally have longer and taller takeoffs than step downs or other styles of jumps. For that reason, you're on the lip for a longer period of time. When you're on the jump for a longer period of time, that means you need to slow down your movements. Don't try to pop right away and boost really hard just so you can get up that landing. If the landing seems too high and far away, that means you're probably just going too slow. On the lip, you generally want to try boosting off the takeoff because that will get you up and over. You generally don't want to scrub a step up unless you're really comfortable on the jump and it's intentional. As you're coming into the takeoff, get nice and low, start crouching, get in that squatted, preloaded position, and then rather than like a quick popping movement like you would on a steeper, shorter dirt jump, take your time, stay nice and slow on the lip, and slowly shift your weight back towards the back wheel as you lift into the air. Keep shifting your weight back slowly. Really take your time bringing the weight back. If you do the motion too quick, especially on a really steep, tall jump, you could end up in a situation where you get kicked up and over, and then you could nosedive. To avoid nosediving, make sure you do this movement slow. You can always nose into the landing later. Once you get up, you'll notice you're at the peak of your air, and it's time to start nosing in. And you'll realize the landing's actually a lot closer than you think, because when you're going uphill, the landing comes up quick. This can be really exciting if you're trying certain tricks and new things because it's lower consequence. If it's the right type of jump and it's a nice, slow, soft takeoff, then you can get away with crashing pretty hard and coming out uninjured. That's what's great about it. You'll have confidence right away as you see that landing coming in. And when that landing's there, just be ready for it right away. This step up here that I'm showing you as an example is a little different than that because it's a little bit of a higher consequence jump. I have a really steep landing on it. It is a step up, but not a really big step up in terms of having a landing way higher than a takeoff. So I'm still landing at a good pace, but it is a lot lower risk than it would have been if the landing was level with the takeoff or below it. Unlike a steep dirt jump or a step down, you're not really gonna pop up and then down into the landing. You're more so gonna be going up and then the landing is gonna be right there below you. What that means is you just have to be ready for it a little sooner than usual, and you don't have to nose in so much, which is why you can really take your time on that takeoff, leaning back and shifting your weight back, because it's not such an up and down motion. It's more of just like up, and then land. So it's just a really mellow, predictable, bring the nose in. I find if I'm a little back tire heavy, I can suck the bike up into me by lifting my knees up and straightening out my arms. Just those basic nosing in motions that aren't aggressive at all, just nice and subtle. That will really help you land smoothly and feel out the landing. Once you've done the same jump a few times over and over, step ups will really start to make sense. For the most part, a lot of step up jumps feel very similar to each other. If you're hitting a step up jump and you feel like you're gonna crash, there's a few ways you can approach this. If it's a smaller jump, stay on your bike, Keep that back tire low and kind of try to land in a manual position, because you'll probably be on a more tabletop jump that's going uphill. Similar to what's behind me, you'll land like this, touch down, and you might fall back. But luckily for you, the whole motion leading into that is going uphill. You won't even have hit your peak yet, and you wouldn't have been falling at all yet, which means you're not gonna have a ton of velocity, and it'll be a slower movement. It'll be a more mellow crash. If it's a bigger gap step up and it's a higher consequence one, definitely ditch off your bike. You'll be at the same part of the air when you're peaking and you have to let go. You almost be in that like floating motion where you're reaching that hang time, and you won't be going that fast either. The only problem is you might fall into a deeper gap. It might be a little scarier and higher consequence, higher risk. The bonus of ditching off your bike is you can get a little more distance, and sometimes you can make it to the face of the landing without your bike, and that will mean you'll slide down the landing and you'll be a little safer than you would have been just holding on. To wrap up the video, I want to give you 3 takeaways to bring with you that will really help you think about what to do. Number 1, come into the jump faster than you think. The first time you hit a step up, it's very likely that you'll case it and not overshoot it. So just come into it a little quicker. Number 2, come into the jump aggressively and fast, yet don't have really quick movements. Slow down your movements on the takeoff. Usually step-up jumps have longer takeoffs as well. That's why you have to go faster off them. So really take your time, shift your weight back slowly, and don't do a quick boosting up and down motion like you would on a steeper dirt jump or step down. Really slow things down and keep it nice and easy and relaxed. And finally, number 3, a landing is going to come up quicker than you think, yet you're usually not going to have to nose into it so heavily compared to other types of jumps. So don't worry about it, just stay relaxed. Soak your bike up into you by lifting your legs up, extend those arms, and just get ready for that takeoff and prepare to land smooth. And that's it for lesson 4.5, how to ride step-ups. Let me know what you thought of that lesson. Leave a comment below. I would love your feedback, good or bad. What tip helped you the most? What was it missing? I'm always looking to improve, so I appreciate the positive and the negative. All right, and tomorrow I'm going back up to my trail to dig all day long, and then I'm gonna drop a new isolation episode on Thursday. So if you want to see yourself at the end of that episode, remember to go to the link in the description, join that group folder and sign up for it, and then upload your content so I can download it. And then I'm going to take all those clips and I'm going to put every single submission at the end of the videos. Okay, that's it for this one. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.